800 years ago, mystics mapped the 5 stages every human being passes through during a real awakening, in fixed order, without exception. Most people are stuck at stage 2 right now, because stage 2 has a symptom almost everyone mistakes for depression. Centuries before psychology existed, medieval contemplatives documented what actually happens to consciousness during transformation. They called it the mystic way, not poetry. A process observed across hundreds of lives, so consistent they could tell you what comes next before it happened. Here's the map, and as I walk through it, you're going to recognize exactly where you are on it. Stage 1, awakening. A sudden, involuntary crack in ordinary perception. A moment of beauty, or grief, or silence that doesn't make sense and can't be unseen. Most people bury it under noise within days, but for the ones who don't, what comes next feels like something is going wrong. Stage 2, purgation. The old identity starts to dissolve, and your nervous system registers it as loss, anxiety, restlessness, the feeling that who you were no longer fits. Psychology calls this identity dissonance, but most people are handed a different word for it, depression, and they treat the symptom without ever learning it was a stage. This is where most people stop, one step from the part that changes everything. Because stage 3 is illumination, brief, clear, luminous. The veil thins and you touch something real. And this is the second trap, because it feels like a rival. The ones who stop here become spiritual tourists, chasing the next peak, the next retreat, the next high. The mystics were blunt about it. Illumination is a signal, not a destination. Therefore, stage 4 is the one nobody advertises, the dark night. Everything the ego built gets stripped, not improved, stripped. And what survives that is stage 5, union. Not what you were told to be, not what survived the wound. What was there before the performance began? So, which stage are you in? Comment the number. Be honest. And if you said 2, there's a specific reason the anxiety of stage 2 won't respond to the usual fixes, and one thing that actually moves you through it. That's the next video.